Hi, so in what is my fourth pack of add-ons to Clip Studio Paint, I've provided 60 amazing artistic filter actions, lots of great brushes, other effects too, but this video I'm going to concentrate on these layer style effects, um, which attempt to fill in some of the gaps that you may have seen when moving from Photoshop um, to Clip Studio Paint. So if I take this simple graphic here, here's the set of actions that I've provided um, to do the layer style type effects, and they intended to work in tandem with the smaller set of layer style effects that was already available in Clip Studio, which are these here under the effects under the layer property. So if we just look at those for a second, you can change the colors that are used. You can add tones, and there are other effects as well. So I'm going to add all of those particular ones there before even starting, in this particular case, to use these actions. And now I'm going to apply something called the metal style effect. And that gives me that, which is quite nice. You can see very different from the original. And I could again change the colors of this. So if I do that as I can get these sort of flaming effects, something like that. Um, I could add this drop shadow effect, apply that tone to it. So here's a range of things one can do here. I'm just going to take all this away and kind of start from scratch. So even if I hadn't applied those effects, here's my original image. I might apply something called buttonize to that. I've got various adjustments here. As you can see, I can make the highlight sharper or more blurred, for example. I can increase the depth of the button effect. So with those things that pops up there. Nice 3D effect there. But for a greater degree of 3D effects, I might go for this one called 3D style. That's interesting. Right. Do that again, 3D style. It's more like it. And I can control the direction of the blur. And the size of the blur in order to set, in a sense, the direction of the 3D. And when I click OK, bang, got that with a 3D background on it. Off again, start from here. So let's do dull metal style here. Dull metal style, boom. And again, I'm going to add 3D effect. Just use the default in this case. There we go. Now if I want to, I've got this metal effect, but of course if I change the colors, I'm going up here to the layer color. If I choose a different set of colors, really, something like a I can get something that's more sort of gold-like look to it. And then I'm going to go to called relief style. That's going to cut a kind of inset into it. And so forth. So there's a whole range of things I can do here, as you can tell. Get rid of that relief style. Reapply it with just the metal effect. Maybe increase the width of that border a little bit. There we go. So there's a few of the effects. There are more. Let's go back to that a minute. Let's say I want to do. I showed you a straight drop shadow before. I can do an adjustable drop shadow. And again, I'm using this movable blur to control that. I can control the direction of the blur. And the length of the blur. And that will affect direction and strength of the drop shadow. And they're effectively non-destructive in that these effects are applied as a layer on top. So if you want to get back to your original, you just get rid of the base layer. What else is there? There's a border effect you can add to this, so I can just do things like that. I can apply that repeatedly. Again, I might go for that goldy looking effect. Tones. Okay. Back to this one. All right, so what else have we got? We've got a swatch inset style. Okay. So that gives you a rough idea of the sort of range of things that this is adding in. That's just one, if almost tiny part of the content of this particular pack. Okay, hope you found that useful.